I'm in my storeroom. I don't really have to whisper, but at the same time, you know, I live in a place where this is not very common. See what I can find. I'm thinking of taking like this small tree and potentially I can hang some lights in the windows. Where's the Christmas box? Is that the Christmas box? I will look in the Christmas box and find some things and I will put it in this box and carry up some stuff. I don't want to take too much stuff. The cats might, you know, chew on things and eat on things. I kind of want to avoid that. Done any Christmas decorations for like 2 years. So I'm thinking it could be fun to do a little bit now. So we're gonna try.
All right. Let's try it again. You guys didn't even know. I've been trying to film this video a couple of times, but let's view the other footage as a warm up, and this is the real deal. Good. Let's go. Okay. So anyways, I picked up the whole box instead. Took the smaller tree that I have, which is 150 centimeters, which is like 5.4 feet or something. So we only have the top, and then I'm gonna try and dress the bottom as a ball. We have a Christmas sack ball thing going on. And as you could see, I've been doing a little bit of like some Christmas decorations on it. I want to keep it simple. Yeah, this part of everything was also meant to be a sum up of the life. I'm trying to sum up my life. I was born 1987. I'm so old. So that's why I have a lot of retro things in my apartment. Some new things I bought, but most of the things I have inherited. Like this shelf is new, but the stuff in it is inherited. And I love it. I love retro stuff. Doing some Christmas decoration on the 30th of November. A lot of people or some people were like, oh, but you shouldn't do things until the 1st of December because that's where it starts. That's where everything starts. But the 1st of Advent, you know, the 4 Advent things that you have when you light the candles, it starts now, today. So I have this, and I'm gonna light 1 candle out of the 4. Sometimes you have to accept, you know, that things doesn't always happen exactly as you want them. Stop it. You are the problem. Calm down. I'm an adult. So anyways, we're gonna continue with some things here. We got some fun things. But with this video, again, I am meant to talk a little bit about the year. The year that has been, not my life. The year that has been. I found a star. Come here, my baby. My baby. I should also, you know, keep the camera a little bit more like this and not like this all the time. I'm holding my arm short. I'm tired. I can't. I need to do. Oh, guys, come on. Stop. No, seriously, stop. No, seriously. It's been a hard year. Some big struggles, some a little bit sad stuff, and some also. I think I'm gonna make you guys. I should sit down. I should sit down so you guys doesn't, so you don't become dizzy. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm so eager to just get this done because I got so much stuff that I need to do. Sit down. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. We can light the candle at least. So let's talk about the year that's been. We did a video last year, in the beginning of the year, talking about the past 2 years before that, and did a sum up, and then talking about the year to come, and did a little bit of a tarot reading also. And now looking back at the tarot reading, it's actually even more like, it makes sense. The Star and the Knight of Pentacles. There was another card I think, but I don't remember that one. But you know, the star also indicates not necessarily stardom, but it indicates a lot of healing also. The Knight of Pentacles is slow moving, I think, or like it's steady building of your life, which is something I definitely feel have happened throughout this year. There we go. You can see, yeah. You can kind of see. You can see the gist of it. Not the jizz, but the jits. The jits. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, steady building, which I definitely feel that I've been doing this year. I've become a lot more stable in myself as a person. It's kind of fascinating because I don't really know when it happened or how it happened, but it did happen. And you know, I can feel it. I can feel it coming in the air. But yeah, it's kind of funny when you have like big changes in yourself when you're really also aiming for it. Even if I'm not maybe doing everything, you know, super good or super perfect. I'm not gonna say that I will never have any issues ever again with anything. That's how strong I've got it. I think it will be fine. As long as we don't shake it. Just don't shake the candle and it will be fine. We got the first advent on the 30th of November. Essentially, I've grown a lot this year. I talked about in the last update, the last yearly update, that, you know, it's been a couple of hard years and a lot of challenges and a lot of growing. And this year, I really thought that this would be like the year that some good stuff happens. Yeah, I really thought. And good stuff has happened, of course. I'm not gonna say that nothing good has happened. Again, growing in the amount that I have done is a really good thing. And it's been hardships. It's been good things. With the hardship, good things have come. I really thought, you know, with a whole year that I would have achieved certain things, especially like, you know, finding some type of job and getting an income. I didn't really think that it would be this hard. But then I also got sick. That was one of the harder parts with this year. I already have one chronic disease that, you know, affects me in different ways, so I can't really handle certain things anymore in the same way. It is right now an ongoing process of figuring out what it is and what's going on and looking into different areas, and it's gonna take a while. But I definitely am affected by this disease and how things have been going. So the disease that I think that I have is Meniere's disease, and it affects your ear, the inner balance organ of your ear, and that gives you strong vertigo attacks. Now I haven't had one in almost 3 months, I think. I of course don't really know why. Why did it calm down and why haven't I had another attack again? But stress is definitely a big factor, and also, you know, being mindful of what I'm eating. But anyways, I could go on and on about that. Basically, it's been a hard year. Like I summed up in last year's video about the 2 years before, it's been a couple of hard years. I've had many hard years in my life. It's a bit tiresome, not gonna lie. With the hardships though comes a lot of good things. So I've also learned a lot of good things and I've grown a lot. It's even to the point where I feel a little bit, you know, it feels a little bit weird. It's a bit in that sense where I definitely feel different. And that doesn't happen very often. Sometimes it happens when you look back and you're like, oh yeah, a couple of years ago or 10 years ago, I was very different to how I am now. But now it's like just from spring to now, I feel a huge difference, and that actually feels very weird, but also awesome, of course. I've done a lot of cleansing. Like, not only have I been cleaning out my apartment, but then also in myself, in like my mind department, my past. I've started to become less of a consumer also of social media and more of a doer. I create stuff, I focus on my creations, I focus on the people that I feel are good in my life. I focus a lot on myself. I've really started focusing a lot on myself. Do I feel more like myself, or do I just feel more me? Is that a way to say it? I feel more me. It's more me than other people, because I've had a lot of problems with thinking too much about other people and thinking about past conversations and situations and stuff. But a lot of these things and habits and routines and personality traits and way of being, blah blah, etc., has changed a lot, and it feels both awesome and also weird. A lot of the things from the past 2-3 years or something has kind of now with this year all come together in a symbiosis, and voila, sparkle, sparkle, something sparkle, and here we are at the end of 2025. It's hard to sum up a whole year because it's been a lot of things. It's been all in all a tough year that has led to good things. I filmed a lot of stuff and I don't know, the camera shut down. Let's do this again. Let's begin from the beginning then. Begin from the beginning, they say. Yeah, sure. I was just talking for like 10, 20 minutes. I don't even know. I am creating a display for my games and then putting some games in the boxes. And while I'm doing this, I was gonna talk about, game creating. The last couple of 3 years, I've been very focused towards trying to create a game. Getting into that market and place. Yeah, I like rambling. I'm not gonna lie. I like talking. I like talking with you guys. I like it. It's fun. It's fun. For the last couple of years, I've been trying to focus a lot towards game creation. I've started my own company. I've been networking and to the community here, and it's been a lot of things going on. I love the Myst games. They are mysterious. But yeah, it's been a challenge. It's also been a lot of fun. I can see the positives. And I got so many tools from all of this. And would I do it all over again now? I would do it differently. Or maybe not even differently, but add stuff to it. But it's also been frustrating. It's been frustrating because, I have had wishes and expectations of more stuff that just hasn't really happened. It's been so many things, going against me. I find it hard to completely say that things have been going against me and everything is against me. Maybe it's meant to happen that way because you're not meant to be in this place, you're meant to be in that other place further down the road. But it's frustrating, But that's also been one of the challenges, I guess, to go through the frustrations psychologically and mentally, just be okay with that these things didn't happen here because maybe something else is supposed to happen here. When I have doubles of something, I always get extremely confused. What have I done? Like I need friends, I get all these party games, no one to play them with. Unfortunately now, the company is potentially, with a high potential, going to be shut down. Because even though I've been, trying my very best on all these things, I'm not saying I did things perfectly. The whole thing with, growing while you're doing things and the tools you get with time. But yeah, I wanted to create this horror game. I wanted to create a horror game. And technically, I'm gonna say we did. And then I ended that collaboration that I had with a past friend because it just wasn't working out. And that's a long story with a lot of details, which I'm not gonna, do here because then we can talk for like at least an hour. To sum it up, I ended things because it was not gonna work in the long term. I also don't want to put too much emphasis. I don't want to put too much emphasis on like that factor that all of this is my own fault. Why the company now is being shut down is my own fault. Why I haven't succeeded with anything now is my own fault. Like I don't want to go to that end, the deep end of like, if only I had done more and I had more focus and I had done things better, then I definitely would have succeeded. Then definitely things would have worked out. It's not something we know. We can't predict the future like that. The truth is, I now have a lot of tools, not all of the tools. I have a lot of tools to be able to know that when I take the steps forward, I know a bit better on how I work and how the potentials for the future work. I really like the company. I like the name we created for it. I like the mascot. I like the idea behind it. I like the metaphors and all that stuff. Like I love my company. We can talk tons about owning a company and all the things that I've learned and that you can learn and so on. My God, it's such a long list. I'm trying to put a lot of games here also that it's still in plastics and get to it to even try them out. So the game I tried to create that I had an idea about was an online multiplayer horror, kind of like Phasmophobia and stuff, but with my own thought out theme and stuff. I did get a tip from one experienced person. I did get a tip at least that, I don't have to do my game idea as a multiplayer. I could create it as a single player and later on maybe make it into a multiplayer. That's also one way to go. So I have been, it's in my considerations. I have been considering it, like okay. Like again, I've learned a lot and I got a lot of tools now and a lot of small bits and puzzle pieces of knowledge when it comes to game creations. How to think about the market and how to think about these different areas when it comes to a game, like the whole package of a game, which is nice. Of course, I don't know everything, but I know a lot now, which makes the journey to create a full-fledged game easier. The shelf is becoming very full. There's so many things I could do and I want to do, and let's get this shelf done. I have talked a lot. My aim was to learn some UE5 programming, which I have done. I need a lot more, you know. And then we also had, you know, fix the Blessed Curse game to a functional and fun level. Like, you know, it was still functional, but, and I guess fun-ish. It wasn't to that level that I wanted it to be. Eating dry grass, yum yum. Speaking of grass, my goals with finding a cat sitter and, you know, traveling to family and stuff did not happen. Getting sick, not only the part of getting sick, but getting sick really changed a lot of things, right? Not only in the sense of I had to decline one type of job that I did find and I did get. I had to decline that job because with the vertigo and the dizziness and all that stuff, that job didn't fit me well anymore. It was as a personal assistant, and that's a job that's, you know, it's not too difficult to get. Working as a personal assistant, you have to be there for the customer, right? They're a human being. It wasn't really the best scenario, so to say. I wouldn't fit very well with taking care of another human being when I barely could take care of myself. When I didn't get or I couldn't take that job in the end, that became, you know, a continuation of the lack of income, trying to apply for jobs that could fit my situation better, like, you know, remote jobs, working from home, working by the computer, because that has, you know, it's been working. Even though I can get dizzy from time to time, it's a lot easier to take a rest and then come back to the work. So those are 3 goals on the board that didn't happen. Like, I really want a bingo. But I'm not mad about it. It is what it is. Getting sick is not something I, you know, planned out or accounted for to happen this year. So, yeah. Oh, cats. They love to chew on everything, especially flowers. They want to chew on everything, especially my flowers. So, you know, I plan for this to take, like, you know, not so much time, but with the cat, it takes a double time because I have to continuously be like, no, stop it. It's also very interesting to, when you look back at the footage that I am, you know, recording and doing, and you get to see how different my energy levels are. Like when I filmed earlier of the month and stuff, you know, I was very energized. I just did one recording just a little bit earlier with the cat grass, and my energy was kind of like espresso depresso side. Could be that time of the month also. I'm not sure. It happens from time to time. It's a little bit of a reoccurring pattern. You can look, but you cannot touch. None of this is for you to touch. I gave you candy just 2 minutes ago. That's that. So we're gonna replant a plant. I've been thinking about this for a while, and now we're gonna do it. And taking care of plants is kind of like a good metaphor for taking care of yourself. This plant is dead, which is not a very great metaphor for taking care of yourself. That happened. I did let it die. The metaphor for when you don't take care of yourself, you usually feel like shit. This plant has been through a lot, all right? It was a lovely plant. I've had it for many, many years, since childhood. And then for a couple of years, when my dad and his now wife, they took care of the plant, and it grew man, she got green thumbs, and she made it grow into such a big luscious tree. It was beautiful, and then I took over it. I mentioned it earlier that, you know, it's been a lot of psychological stuff in this year, a lot of cleaning out the past and cleaning out the past and cleaning out, you know, habits and ways of being, habits and thought patterns. I've been continuously doing it throughout the year, and I mentioned also that somewhere like 2-3 times this year, especially now in fall, it's been like bigger moments where I've really felt that something big has changed, and it's really fascinating. And all of these replanting of my habits and thought patterns, my brain synapses, is that how you say it? You know, it has done new connections in my brain. So the metaphor is basically, you know, replanting a plant is kind of like, you know, replanting and taking care of yourself. But this is basically the metaphor for what I was talking about earlier, that, you know, I've cleaned myself out, and I've done a lot of things that has been needed and a good thing for me, not only mentally but also for the body, to try and help the body heal a bit in the whole situation of getting sick and stuff. And, you know, I've been working on losing weight. I lost 16 kilos this year. I have also been trying to make sure to work out some, like doing home workouts, especially like trying to take some walks when I've dared to go outside. I think this is good enough. Of course, we will have to see if this works. It's never a sure thing that the flower will enjoy the changes that you make. This flower, my God, it's a survivor. It's been reaching to all kinds of pursuits to expand and grow and change. I don't really know what to do with it. It grew from this. It's a good metaphor for keep on keeping on. Be strong. So these were some of the more urgent flowers that needed some attending to that I haven't been doing for a long time. I tried to do a little tiny one also. You know, succulents have a good tendency to grow a lot. We'll see what happens. It's so cute though when they're so tiny little suckles. And also this one was growing just out of this thing for a long time, and plants are really survivors. So I will see where I can put it, where it will, you know, thrive. But I think I made my metaphor clear. If you take care of things and you nurture it and you move it to other places and you try different things and, you know, dust it off, give it some love here and there, they can thrive really well. Alrighty then. So when we come to the topic of content creation, it's been going pretty well. Especially in the fall, I came back to a lot of content creating, and I did the Choose Wisely Festival. I did Choose Wisely Festival, which really taught me, like, you know, I do have the capability to really grind and still have some rest. So it is definitely a lot of like just mental blockages, a bit of like lazy brain, a little bit of like, I don't know, habits and routines and whatnot. So I do have it in me. It is also a lot of, I get very distracted, you know, there's so many things to do and so many things I want to do. So it's also been a mental thing where to get to that part where I focus on this one thing. I was a little bit stressed because, again, I got distracted with other things that was very important that I needed to do. It's been for such a long time a factor that, you know, I need to find an income, do these, you know, important things that society deems that you have to do. So I do them because I also believe that I have to do them. But that means that I lose a lot of focus. I did have a square with more activity on social media. I tried to create a plan in the beginning of the year and, like, you know, do kind of like social media manager kind of way of thinking, where you create a schedule and you follow that schedule, and, you know, I followed the plan, and I tried that, and that was the thing that at that point didn't really work, but you know, I still have it. I still haven't found that switch in my head that works. But I would say with the Choose Wisely Festival, again, since it showed me that, you know, I'm capable of doing it, I would say more activity, social media. I have done those things, so I'll check it off. Let's take this pink pen. I will put a heart on this one. You can see it. I will also then here check off learn Unreal 5 programming, but I need to learn a lot more. Mentioned that earlier. We also have those 2 points where I wanted to post 20 videos this year. I gotta 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 14 with this video I'm creating right now if I do get it out on time. So on top of that, you know, we have the factor that I've also posted a couple of shorts, which I count as, you know, it's a little bit of small edits and a little bit of fixing. If we count the streaming as videos also, I'm well over 20 videos, so I think that's a plus. We also got 20 drawings this year. I definitely did more drawings than I posted. For my portfolio, I did, you know, post a lot of pictures for that. I did good work there. Drawings could also be thumbnails for the videos, technically. You know, that's a bit of creative, not really drawing, but a bit of creation there. Is this a weird angle? I wanted the Christmas tree, but it's like, you know, it's a little bit higher up than I am when I'm sitting on the floor. Maybe like that? It's a rocking chair, so you know it. Hooray. I've started losing ideas a little bit of what to do, what to do in these videos. I guess it looks fine. Christmas tree. I've checked out some more things on, you know, the list of things that I wanted to fix in my apartment. At least I have cleaned out my apartment this year. There's still more to do, but it will continue in 2026. That's my plan. I've gotten rid of things, I've given it to secondhand, I've recycled things, and I've thrown away things. And with the cleaning out of the apartment also comes, I would say, we can talk about the fact that I'm able to wear a lot more clothes now since I've lost 16 kilos. I did get under 80 kilos. I was close to 79 kilos. Now it's Christmas and New Year, so I'm at 82, like 81, 82. I'm fluctuating in between there. But I'm still crossing off, you know, I did get under 80. I did not get under 75 though, which was my ultimate goal for the year. With losing weight and such and taking care of the mental health has been also, you know, trying to make sure to do some workouts. In the beginning of the year, I did take a lot of walks, so those have been checked off for a long time. And then the muscle workouts have been, you know, a little bit slower, but I have kept on doing them. I am crossing them off as I did it. So, looking at my paper then, we do have a bingo! Ding, 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 ding. The lowest line here actually creates a bingo. I got one. I did one. Yay! I'm gonna do this for 2026 again. We'll have some fun with that again. I feel it was fun, and you know, I've kept it going for the whole year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have enjoyed the whole 2025 bingo thing. And I hope you enjoyed watching me fix things. Put together a little bit of a cleaner shelf here with the games. I got most of the games down into the boxes. You know, this shelf still needs a bit of love, but it's gonna come with time. Now we get like some board games out here instead of down in a box. Slowly but surely the apartment has changed. You guys haven't really seen my apartment much to know what has fully changed, but for example, I did clean the kitchen a lot for Christmas this year. So it's dishes there right now, so ignore that. But overall, I've taken away stuff and I've made it a little bit less cluttery. Taken away a lot of small things. This place also needs some extra love, but you know, it's getting there. So maybe for next year, when I do a video, you will actually know what has changed. But I put up this painting quite recently, and another one over there. This little corner here was like filled with paintings and some random stuff. So I actually put up the paintings now, and we get some flowers there instead. Hopefully they will enjoy that corner. Flowers are difficult. They might get sad, you know. Like up here we got flowers that the cats love chewing on. So unfortunately they live up there, but they seem to survive it. Here we got a shelf that needs love. Gonna sell a lot of things. I'm still getting rid of stuff. Get some money from it. Also I'm gonna sell some of the art books. Not all of them, but a couple of them. You know, they're very heavy, and I don't really use them enough to feel that it's worth keeping them anymore. I've changed. I have changed with the years. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope your year has been good. I know a lot of people have had hardships and struggles, and you know, it's been another tough year for a lot of us, including myself. But I hope it still has had, you know, some good stuff. And with that, also a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will see you in 2026, and I hope you take care of yourself. See you, Trooper. Bye!